Hey guys, it's EzraTime again here, and as I promised before, I going to review DateALive 4 obviously because DateALive 4 concluded tomorrow. Tomorrow, sorry, yesterday. This is what I meant to say. Yesterday, DateALive 4 concluded, so I thought so. Like I promised, I will bring the review for DateALive 4 because well, it's still fresh in my mind, right? And obviously give my own thoughts about it, and let me just start. I think for me personally, I think this season 4 is probably the best season because it managed to balance between comedy and action, comedy, action and drama. I think it was balanced pretty well. Because the previous Day Life have this problem where they try to balance the comedy and then the action or like the drama. I think season 1 does it well. Season 2 has a rough start, but the second half is just like a bunch of action, obviously. Great. Season 3, season 3 is like, I mean, it was okay the way they handled that, but it's not the best either. But I think for me personally, Day Life 4 is like the best on handling the comedy and then the seriousness of the show, in my opinion. At least, again, my opinion. I know people will disagree on this, but that's totally fine. But it's just my opinion. And yeah, so Day Life 4, we get to see two new spirits, I think. We get to introduce to Nia Honjo, I think, which is actually a manga artist or like mangaka. I think that's what they call it in Japan, right? Which I think is pretty interesting because I think the first 3 episodes is actually focusing on her. Obviously, is her arc, and it's basically all the character pretty much become a mangaka in one night, and we basically get to see the inside story of like what it's like to become a manga writer, and which we know that yeah there is a tight schedule and all that kind of stuff, and I really like it. Sorry, I really like it where the story kind of show that side, and also kind of show the side that well people love, do this character, which happens in Japan, right? So there you go. I think it was pretty nice. It was pretty neat. And like I said before, like in the story arc, yeah, they managed to balance between the funny and then the seriousness of the show. And the next arc we get to introduce to this space spirit named Mukuro, which is I think which I think she has a I would say her story arc has a lot of potential in my opinion, especially in episode 7 and 8. Like it has a lot of potential, but they don't really go that deep in my opinion. I feel like there is some like this show or like her story arc could be really serious and really dramatic, because what Mukuro basically did is that she basically erased everybody's memory, so like every single spirit forgets about Shido, and I feel like to me that could be like a really serious moment for the show, and there is some serious moment in it, like there is some serious dramatic moment in it, but I was sad that it was treated as a comedy for the most part, like I was expecting it to be serious, because it was a proper arc to be serious, like it's not like the arc was like, oh, it was supposed to be funny and serious, but for me the arc was kind of building to be like a really serious and dramatic arc for Shido, but the series or like the light novel, I guess you could say, that didn't really go that way, and instead they go to mostly comedic, and then there is some seriousness behind it, which just doesn't really work because I'm left with like I'm left with like, oh, I think this show should be serious. I think her story arc should be serious, because everybody's forget about Shido, and I think that was a really serious situation for Shido, right? I mean, everybody who loved him suddenly just forget about him. Like I think that was pretty serious, and then the show is like trying to take it seriously, but like kind of took back as well, where they became a comedy for the most part, which is really disappointing, which I'm probably going to make another video, what I would do to change the Mukuro story arc, again, there's a plan, so who knows when I'm gonna make that, because again, it took some time to make those kind of videos. So yeah, and then the next one we get to see there is some new character called Artemisia, I think. I hope I don't mispronounce that, but Artemisia, I think that's the name of the character, which is basically a new antagonist, And obviously in season 4, Westcott and Ellen pretty much become really, really, really prominent, obviously on the story, because they are prominent in the previous seasons, but now they are becoming really prominent, and then you're really starting to hate Westcott and Ellen. But I'm not saying that hating them because they are a terrible villain, but you start hating them because like, well, if you have a villain and then you hating them, then that's a good sign. That's what I meant. I meant it as a compliment. That I think this show did a good job portraying them as a really hateable villains, you could say that. Like every single line, every single action that they did, it was really messed up, and they have no mercy at all. And that's why I hate Westcott and Ellen. And I think the show did a great job on that. And obviously for DateALive fans, Kurumi is basically the face of the spirits. Like every single time people talk about DateALive, they always remember Kurumi because he is the face of the show, in my opinion. And yeah, in this one, Kurumi become prominent again in the last 3 episodes, but sorry, the last 4 episodes. But man, like you really start to figure out the like her reason, like why she's after Shido this entire time. Why she's after Shido. There is a reason for that, and they kind of reveal that reason in this season 4. And the reasoning was like really it actually makes sense, and it plays into a bigger plot eventually, because I think Chrome is going to become a much bigger character in the latter one, because right now she is a bigger character in this season, and you get to see her backstory for the first time, why why she become this nightmare spirits, why Kurumi become a nightmare spirits, like her origin story is revealed, and it was like, yeah, it was really cool origin. It was really, well, tragic as well. And you really start to sympathize with Kurumi a lot, because in the previous one, like, yeah, I mean, she's cool, but she's just there to being cool and then being sexy, and then that's it. But again, I still love her for that. But this one, like, she get a character depth. She has a backstory, she has a purpose now, she has a reason, and her reason makes sense, and she has she has a big main goal that obviously really integral to the main plot, and it makes sense that what's gonna happen in the future, is gonna be really exciting, and it comes to the point that you really sympathize with Kurumi. I think it's just really, which is why I love season 4 so much, because I feel like Kurumi is like the villain in the season 1, and season 2 she helps Shido, which is nice, and then she has a cool power, using time and bullet and all that kind of stuff, and she has to able to clone them herself. But for the most part, she's just a background character that doesn't really do anything right. But in season 4, she's actually appearing up front, and then she tell her backstory, and then she tell her reason and purpose, and it makes sense. And it comes to the point that you want to support Kurumi, so Kurumi become much more than just a girl who says, ara ara, or like, just being sexy in general. Like, she actually has a purpose that you can sympathize with her, and then you want to support her in the end. At least that's what I feel from the last 4 episodes, which focusing on Kurumi a lot. And from all of this, obviously there is still a continuation, because I think this season 4 cover volume the light novel from volume 13 to volume 16, and that is 22 volume in total. So there is still like there is still 6 volume left that they still need to adapt. And by the end of the last episode, they actually announced DateALive 5, or DateALive season 5, and it was planned for production. I think that's what it says on the last episodes. And but some website is already reporting that it was already in production, by the same studio, which is Geek Toys, I think. Because the thing is with DateALive is that every single season has a new studio behind it, and that's why I think that some of the release days kind of like apart from each other, like really long time. But then again, probably season 3 released like 5 years later, maybe because they waited for the light novel to to have more source material, I'm assuming. That's my assumption, but I could be wrong. But yeah, now it's been done by the same studio for the first time, like because usually every single season has a different studio behind it, but now season 5 is also been worked by Geek Toys, which is the studio that worked on season 4, obviously. And they are announced that season 5 is on, or like like planned for production. That's what it says in the last episode. But some website reportedly saying that it was already in production. So, well, there you go. That is season 5. Like I said before, there is gonna be another season for this. I wonder if season 5 is gonna be like the last one, because this one cover 4 volumes, I think. And the season 3 also cover like sorry, it covers 5 volumes. Sorry, 5 volumes. Like season 3 and season 4 covers 5 volumes. And I'm wondering if season 5 managed to cover 6 volumes. I don't know how they're going to do that. Hopefully season 5 has more episodes, because I don't want them to just cut things out, from the anime, because there is some content, or like some material from the light novel that got cut out from the anime, which is disappointed some fans because and I just discovered that from the wiki when I read the some story notes from the light novel, and then there is some story notes that actually not present on the anime, especially in season 3, which the last episode of season 3 literally covers the entire volume, literally adapt the entire light novel, like the entire volume of the light novel. It's just like, why would you do that? And because of that, there's a bunch of content that got cut from that volume, and that's why people are pissed. So hopefully DateALive 5 can actually have more episodes, because well, I if they have 12 episodes, then I'm I'm gonna be worried. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like if they have only 12 episodes, and like in general, I'm afraid they might have to cut some parts out from the light novel, and that sucks. I don't want that. So there's probably right now hoping that hopefully there is more episodes in season 5. Maybe 14 episodes or something like that, or 15. So like I can assure myself and many people obviously that well they're not going to cut things out from the light novel, because that sucks, and that pissed some people off, understandably. So yeah, either way, that's my review for DateALive season 4. Again, I really love it. I know some people might find this cringy and all that kind of stuff, the whole DateALive situation, but I heard that a lot of people actually watch season 4, so that's great. I might be wrong about that, but that's what I heard. But either way, I love this anime, and hopefully people can respect that and not not being obnoxious about it. Because if you don't like this anime, that's totally fine. Like I'm not gonna sit here and just being butthurt about it, because people have different tastes, and I understand that, So I'm just asking, let's just respect each other. If you don't like this type of anime, that's totally fine. It's okay. I'm not gonna sit here and then call you out or something like that. But I just really love this type of anime. I really can't wait for season 5. So yeah, again, great anime. Highly recommend it. If you guys haven't watched it already, then please go watch it. I think you guys can binge the entire season now, like the season 1, season 2, season 3, and season 4 if you want to. Obviously waiting for season 5 in probably late 2023 is going to be the release date for season 5. It's going to be in December to March of December 2023 to March 2024. Kind of like Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, which is next winter. Not this winter, but next winter. So yeah, that's my prediction for when season 5 is going to be released, if they were in production like right now. But yeah, either way, that's my thoughts for season 4. I guess if you guys enjoy my review, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, share the videos and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, if you guys watch season 4, then well, you can let me know what do you guys think about season 4. Do you guys like it? Do you guys think this is the best season, or do you guys didn't really like it? Just feel free to tell your opinions about that in the comment section below if you want to, obviously. And if you already watch it, obviously. If you haven't watched it, then well, I mean, I would say give it a try. Obviously there is some rough part on the certain season, but well, I feel like there is many positive stuff in the anime, so I think it's worth it for your time, at least in my opinion. So give it a watch. Either way, that is it for today's video. Again, expect for more videos in the future. I don't know what is it gonna be, but yeah, just wait, I guess. Either way, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys in the next one then. Bye.